Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vicki Chats. I would like to introduce you to a very special friend of mine. Meet ReShonda Young, owner of T&K Health Food Store, passionate personal health coach, and vibrant podcaster. After a brief delay, we're thrilled to welcome ReShonda back for this rescheduled episode. And now, we're broadcasting about an exciting new location, the Wellness Center, a collaborative hub of health professionals under one roof dedicated to advancing the well-being and enriching lives in a safe and welcoming environment.
Yeah.
Yes, located at 3151 Brockway Road in Waterloo, the Wellness Center brings together alternative and holistic health services, vitamins, supplements, and spa offerings. And I love that, all in one dynamic space. At the heart of this collective is ReShonda, whose deep knowledge of nutrition, natural health, and cutting edge wellness strategies continues to inspire. Whether you're looking to boost your energy, reduce stress, or embrace a more balanced lifestyle, ReShonda is your trusted guide. When she's not coaching clients or overseeing the day-to-day at T&K, she's behind the mic, co-hosting her own podcast with health professional Angie Gray. Together, they share uplifting conversations, health insights, and real talk with a spark of humor and heart. Tune in now with us. Enjoy to hear ReShonda's empowering perspectives and explore how to live a more energized, joyful, and well-rounded life. Welcome, ReShonda.
Oh, thank you, Vicki. It's so good to be
Oh,
here.
it's a pleasure to have you here at long last.
At long last.
So tell me, what's your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, goodness. The earliest childhood memory is of God. Well, okay. Actually,
Yes.
you're going to be surprised with this.
Okay.
I still remember before my first birthday. No joke, Vicki. I still remember that my siblings, so I'm my mom's only child, but on my dad's side, I've got older siblings. And they wanted a birthday party. They wanted, the cake and all the things.
Yes.
And my mom was not going to have a birthday party unless I would actually walk before the birthday.
Oh my gosh,
and
are you
so
serious?
I am so serious. So my older sister, and my sister Kathy, she's almost 10 years older, 9.5 years older than me. Oh my gosh, she was trying to help me walk. And I mean, they spent so much time trying to make me walk. The funny thing was, I was talking, I just wouldn't walk. But I started walking like the day before, and they ended up having the party. So I still remember that.
Wow,
right? That's crazy.
Amazing.
So I did have a first birthday party.
Yes, you did. Oh, how precious is that? And you walked to your cake.
Right? It was all about the cake.
And then you smushed it all over your face.
That was going right in the mouth.
Right in the mouth.
Right in.
Okay, fun. So, who has been the greatest influence in your life?
Definitely my mother has been the greatest influence in my life.
Sweet.
Yeah. She's so resilient. She's so practical, and she's always been so honest.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe some people may think this is not the greatest, and some people may say it's good.
Yeah.
But my mom never had like kiddie conversations with me. We had fun together and all, but they were always like next level conversations.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember being 9 years old and us driving, I think, to my grandmother's house. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but I just thought, this is not a conversation like I would have with my kid friends.
Right?
It was just always, very real life conversation. So she's incredible. Love her so much.
Oh, that's amazing. And you still have her with you.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And where does she live?
She lives about a 4.5-5 minute walk from my house.
Yes.
So I'm not far. It's the house that she's been living in for, before I was born. So it's been about 60 years now that she's lived in the same house.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you have a personal mission statement or mantra? What would that be?
Sometimes life just is harder. There are things that you're like, oh gosh, this is so difficult. But then I will just say, well, gosh, somebody else did it, so I can too.
Yeah, there
somebody
you
else has done
go.
it,
I
I
love
can too.
it.
And so
Oh,
it's just that thing that
yes.
sometimes will get me
I
beyond,
love
like, oh
that.
gosh, this is too hard for me. Like, no, Shonda. And that's when I'll
Yeah,
say, I don't say call myself Shonda, like,
yeah,
no, Shonda.
right.
Like,
Shonda.
somebody, Shonda, right?
Cute.
Like,
I like it.
yeah, like someone else has done this, you can too. What are you thinking? And
Oh,
then you do. And then afterwards it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually did that.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah.
Effective.
Perfect.
Super effective.
Yeah.
Okay, so what inspired you to purchase T&K Health Food Store?
So it was a divine thing. I was not looking to buy a store. As you know, Vicki, I had gotten breast cancer diagnosis in November of 24.
Yes.
And my whole thing was, okay, Lord, how do you want to heal me?
Right.
And I'd ask the questions. And when I go to bed at night, it was the week of Thanksgiving, I'd be awakened with answers.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was one morning, though. It was actually the morning from after Thanksgiving. And I was awakened with, the next time you go into T&K, tell Marilyn, who was the owner, that if she's interested in selling her store, that you're interested in buying it. And I was like, what? Okay, so and when I say I was awakened, it would be like sometime between 2 and 4 in the morning.
Ooh.
And so I'm like, what? I'm what? I'm
What?
interested in selling it or buying a store. And her store's not even for sale.
Wow.
It was just like, okay, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I know the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. So the store's closed for, Thanksgiving and
Yes,
that whole weekend.
course.
So I'm getting this dream. So that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm pacing through the house like, okay, Lord, what?
Yeah.
Okay, you said the next time I go into T&K, I'm just not going to go back into T&K. But I had asked for guidance on his healing, and he was giving me instructions. And one of the instructions was that I needed to buy frankincense and myrrh. Ooh. And I was able to find frankincense. Yes. I couldn't find myrrh anywhere else locally. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go into T&K, and maybe Marilyn won't be working. Yeah. I walk in that Monday morning, Marilyn's working. I'm like, okay. And I'm not chatty with her like normal. Yeah. Get to the counter. She has actually a help wanted sign in the window. Okay. So I'm like, not only is she not selling, she's expanding.
She's growing.
So
right.
She says to me, ReShonda, have you thought about anybody who would want to work in the store? And I'm like, Marilyn, I was supposed to tell you, if you're interested in selling your store, I'm interested in buying it. And I said it really fast. I'm like, maybe she didn't hear it. And I was uncomfortable. And she looks at me really strange and she says, ReShonda, the store's been for sale for 3 years. Who told you?
Oh my God.
I was so through. I was so done. I'm like, what?
What?
And then she says, are you serious? And I was like, oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
And I was shown that my functional medicine doctor, Dr. Hunter, Violet Hunter, that she, in the dream or in the awakening or whatever, I was shown that she was a big part of all of this. And I'm like, she's so busy. I'm not saying anything to her. Mm-hmm. Well, she's now my business partner. And I was not the one who said anything. Her other business partner for the Functional Medicine Center realized during one of my infusions, as we were just talking, that both Violet and I were looking at buying T&K. Oh, and so then she connected us, and here we are.
Wow.
So that's a
long
story, but that's how I got to purchase T&K.
So profoundly beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it so much. So tell us about your new location inside the Wellness Center. What's it like working with a collaborative health hub?
Oh my gosh. I really, really love being there. Just having the other ladies, and as we were talking earlier, it is a wellness center that is led by women, and it was not intentional. It's just how it's happened.
Yes.
But having the resources of people that we can send our customers to, as they're dealing with certain things, a supplement is good. However, it's also good sometimes just to sit with someone. You may need blood work done. You might, maybe a colonic or, some kind of an ozone treatment or an infusion or the incredible health coach also that we have Julie Grunkley. She's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, or a
yay.
chiropractor. You know, all these people. And what I love about it is that we don't have to send someone somewhere else,
Right.
because that's when you lose them a lot of times.
Of
A lot of times you'll say,
course.
oh, well, you could just go here or down the street or across town, and you
Right.
lose them.
Right.
Whereas now we can be like, oh, we can just go down the hall or across the hall and,
Yes.
you know, see if you can make an appointment. And I love that. I love being able to serve our customers in that way.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
So what do you love most about being part of that collective that includes holistic health professionals and spa services?
Yeah, you know, I really love how we can all help each other.
Ooh.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, so there's some supplements that
Yes.
patients may need who are in the
Mhm.
functional medicine service, and
Mhm.
we're trying to get in more and more of the physician grade
Okay.
supplements that
Yes.
are recommended. And so the great thing about Dr. Hunter being part of
Mhm.
TNK and part of the team is that we're now able to offer the physician grade, the medical grade of
Oh,
supplements.
yes.
And not to say that our supplements aren't great anyway.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
are.
Yes.
There is just a higher level of potency sometimes
Ooh.
that the
Okay.
physician grade supplements can
Okay.
offer that without a medical license you can't get.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, it's just great just being
That's
able to,
fabulous.
yeah, we're just slowly adding more of those things in
Wow.
and serving more people.
I love
I
it.
absolutely love it. Yeah.
It's a family.
It
And you're
really
helping
is.
each other.
And our patients, our customers, you know, everybody, it's really about how well we can serve others. And that is really like kind of the theme and mission
Mhm.
is that we serve others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. So, what's one of your favorite health tips or wellness habits?
Morning sunshine.
Ooh,
You know, getting
yay.
sunshine or daylight, even if the sun isn't shining, getting that daylight into our eyeballs.
Yes.
You know, early, you know, open those windows, open those curtains and see the sunshine.
Oh, yes.
It starts to really set your circadian rhythm
Nice.
by getting that sunlight in early.
Wow.
Yeah, and then of course we all know just sunshine, just
Yes.
it's uplifting, it's good for us.
Right.
And
Yes.
this time of year or in the summer, spring, you know,
Right.
when we can just get a little bit more of our skin
Exactly.
to get, you know, exposed to the sun,
Yes.
it's, you know, good for the vitamin D. So sunshine.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. So, how do you recharge when life gets busy, ReShonda?
Yeah. So in the spring, summer, fall, I recharge in my garden.
Ooh.
And it's and I say my garden, but
fun.
my garden with my mom. So we garden
Yeah.
together. We have a really big garden that is not at either one of our houses. It's too big for our houses.
Okay.
So we have another plot of land that we have a garden on.
Wow.
Yeah. So and we've got fruit trees there as well. And so I love just going out there
Yes.
and working the land and, you know, taking the weeds out and, you know, whether it's
Yes.
planting or watering or harvesting, it's how I recharge. Like just to be
Oh,
there in nature,
yes.
it just feels amazing.
Oh, it's
And
beautiful.
it's just a good slowdown for me.
Yes.
And I'd say another way that I recharge, because it's not always nice and Iowa to be outside in a garden,
Right.
is by turning up some music at home, and I
Ooh.
just dance.
Oh,
Vicki.
you do?
I love to just dance around
I
the
do
house,
too.
and I'm singing,
Yes.
and I'm just having a fun old time by
I
myself.
love it. I do that too. I thought I was the only one.
No. Yeah, so fun.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the most rewarding part? What do you love the most about being a health coach?
Yeah, I love when you see results for people.
Yes.
You know, when they come back and they say, "Oh my gosh, this helped so much."
Yes.
You know, that is so super rewarding. And, you know, Marilyn still works with us. You know, she sold the store,
Yeah.
but she still works there 3 days a week with us.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Sweet. I love it.
And I love, I mean, it's rewarding for me also when I see customers come in
Mhm.
and well, one, I learned so much from Marilyn. Like whenever she's talking to someone, I could be busy and I'm like, oh wait, let me stop, let me listen, let me go out. And because she is such a wealth of knowledge, I'm so thankful she's still there.
Yes.
But I've heard numerous people say, this woman saved my life.
Oh my gosh.
Literally, I've heard people say, you know, I was dealing with this and nothing was helping. and I came in. She told me to do this. And you know what though? I'm one of those people.
Oh yeah.
You know,
there you go.
where my doctor's like, ReShonda, you need a blood transfusion. ReShonda, you could die if you don't get this. And I'm like, no, we're all gonna die. I don't want to do the transfusion. And I talked to Marilyn, and literally, I did not end up having to do a blood transfusion. I took the recommendations she gave me. I followed them. The doctor was following up with me like every 2 weeks. And yeah, it was just some nutrient deficiencies that I did not realize. And yeah, it was just some things that, and I wanted to go the natural route of healing. And yeah, so I guess I am one of those people, and I had not even thought about it. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing. So this is a fun question. Do you have a pet peeve that always makes you laugh or sigh?
Oh gosh.
Uh-huh.
You know, I guess one of my pet peeves is when I don't mind people like, well, okay, yeah, I do have one. I've got more than one. The sigh is when people wash their hands too fast from in the bathroom.
Oh, how interesting.
Or not at all. It
Yes,
is an
or not at
absolute
all.
pet peeve when it's not at all. Like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
so disgusting.
Right.
But it's a sigh when it's like they turn the water on and they turn it off, kind of like, and I'm like,
Oh.
the thought was good, but it wasn't very effective.
Right.
You know, making sure, like, I don't know.
Yes. Right.
I guess I just get really weird about that. Like,
Yeah.
just the whole hand washing thing. Like, just wash them.
Yes.
Wash them well.
Wash
Sing
them.
the happy birthday song, your ABCs. I don't know. Wash them really good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We used to do that. I used to do that with my children for brushing teeth. They had to do the whole ABCs before they were done. Okay, I love that response. That's hilarious. So, is there a favorite recipe or food that makes you feel instantly better?
I love broccoli so much.
Ooh.
It is just one of my absolute favorites.
Sweet.
You know, when people think of comfort food, they don't think of broccoli.
No, not typically.
Not typically, but I love broccoli.
And it's so good for you.
It is so good for you.
Yes.
And yeah.
So
instantly, and that instantly makes me feel better. It needs to be cooked. Although I will eat raw broccoli, no big deal. But to like really make me feel good, cooked, and it needs to have some butter on it.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
A fun story about broccoli. I lived in Minneapolis for a decade, and we were part of a Christian community called Servants of the Lord Christian Community, and it was a beautiful experience for the most part. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
But my mama's at the time best friend, they were serving a big family dinner, and their broccoli, they didn't realize everybody had broccoli on their plates. There were bugs in there. And so it was a big joke. They got rid of the broccoli. Like one of the family members like, oh, and everybody's like, oh. So then she wrote on a big whiteboard, she wrote, does broccoli bug you?
That is so funny, but I will tell you, Vicki,
yeah,
you do have to be a little careful, like, because it's those little green worms that like to live in broccoli.
Right.
So for all of you other broccoli lovers out there, I know it's disgusting, but you've probably eaten some green worms.
Yeah, you have. Just deal with it.
Probably have. It's a little extra protein in there.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so what's a health myth that you wish people would stop believing in?
I'd say one of the health myths, and this I'd say is probably for younger people, is that, like, I don't know, that sleep is not that important. You know, I think as we get older, we know sleep is vitally important.
Yes.
But I think for some of the younger people, especially as they're, maybe finishing up college or just starting in their career, and it's like that go, and, I'll sleep, another day. And it's like, or when I'm dead, or whatever the phrases is that people use. And it's like, yeah, you're going to be there a little quicker if you don't go ahead and get some sleep now.
Sure.
Yeah, like sleep, our bodies rejuvenate while we're sleeping. They repair, they heal. And so, unfortunately, for way too long, I was one of those people who, was just so hard charged, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to, you know, I
Yeah.
love to sleep. I'm like, I'm a good sleeper. When I
Yeah.
go to sleep, I
Yeah.
can sleep, Vicki.
Good.
But it was just like, I just wanted to keep charging and going.
Right. Right.
And it's like, no, don't do that.
Oh,
Just go to sleep.
that's a good word for me, since I had 4 hours last night, and that's typically what I do, 4 to 5, nothing more than 5, unless it's a
Mm.
weekend, because I don't have time. I don't have
Yeah.
time, but I guess you make time.
You kind of have to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how
Yeah.
fascinating is that?
Yeah.
And when I had a
Yeah.
sleep study once, when they were trying to see if I had sleep apnea, which they never did figure it out, they
Oh.
said, you never actually go to REM mode.
Oh,
I don't know. I feel
Really?
rested when I wake up, but they said, and they did it twice. They're
Yeah.
like, it's inconclusive because you never reach that deep, deep sleep mode.
wow.
I don't know. I feel great every day I wake up.
Oh, that's great.
Perhaps it's that I need more sleep.
That
Right?
could be.
Thank you,
And you
sweetheart.
may have so much on your mind that it's hard for you to get into that.
I don't know. Within
deep restorative
within
sleep.
60 seconds, I'm out. I put the head down,
Really?
done. So I don't
That's
know.
like me though.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, but in the day I'm done.
I love it. I love that. All right. So, what's a challenge you overcame that taught you an important lesson?
So as we talked about with T&K and
Yes.
you know, what got me to doing it was overcoming the breast cancer diagnosis.
Yes.
And doing
Talk
it
about
in
that.
a holistic way. And I'll say, this is my personal experience. I am giving advice to nobody.
Yes, right. Of
I'm
course
just saying, this
not.
is my personal experience of, you know, as I was getting the awakenings of what to do and what not to do.
Okay.
Everybody's journey is different, but
Yes.
I was told in the awakening, the first one, no chemo, no radiation. And
Oh
so,
my.
right. And so I'm
How
like,
radical.
it was.
Yes.
And so I'm like, okay,
Yes.
Lord, I trust you. So what's your
Right.
plan? You know, so he keeps
Right.
waking me with, you know, with what I'm to do. And
Which consisted of what?
oh goodness, I did, I started IV ozone. I got the call on a Wednesday. I started IV ozone on a Monday. I then did IV vitamin C.
Okay.
I cut back on some of the work that I was doing because I needed
Yes.
time
Of
to
course.
heal.
Of course.
It was so much about it that, like, I was also wanting to show me that it wasn't just about the physical, it was also the emotional things that I had been holding and dealing with, and the grief that I had gone through and was releasing. And I was at a point when I got the diagnosis that I had done a lot of healing, a lot of releasing. But when it first happened, which was, you know, the sudden death of my husband, and that, like, it just, you know, and I was carrying so much that I'm like, God, I need you to relieve this. This is a pain I'd never felt before. And so he was showing me, though, how the emotional and spiritual healing, the journey that I had, he'd already started taking me through before. So there were emotional things and spiritual things that I was just walking with him through. And there was so much healing that was done there. But then after the diagnosis, there was also then the physical healing. And I think a lot of times I say, Lord, please don't take me through anything else as, you know, a testimony of, you know, oh, I've been through this. But sometimes we don't know how we will react to a situation if we haven't been through it. And so I can say that going through it and getting that answer, we're so used to the traditional system, and it can be very scary to go against that. And I can't say for anybody, oh, yeah, well, if God told me to do this, then I would do it if I had not done it. So the fact is, I heard him, I know the voice, I trust the voice, and I walked in that. And I also went to a holistic wellness center in Florida called Hippocrates.
Ooh,
and at Hippocrates, it was all about energy medicine. And what I know and believed even before this is that our bodies were designed to heal. When we get a cut, our bodies know how to mend that. And our bodies know how. We don't go and say, I'm going to get stitches because I got a paper cut. You know, our bodies know how to heal that. And so, given the right environment, I believed even before this that our bodies could heal. But then it was like I was sent through the test of, okay, this is a deeper healing. And actually getting through it with getting a call, or in February or in November, and then getting tests done in February that showed no signs of the tumors, the cancer.
Yes.
And just really, I was just so grateful. But also knowing and hearing in that week of just asking and receiving answers, that he was giving me a protocol and a plan, and I needed to stick with it for 2 years. Wow. I didn't understand the 2 years. Yes. And I just trusted. Mm-hmm. And so when I went to the health institute in Florida, they said, this protocol that you're on, you need to stay on for 2 years. I'm like, okay, confirmation, God. Right. I still don't really understand the 2 years. Yes. But the thing that was really great there was that it wasn't just about all the energy medicine healing protocols. Mm-hmm. It was also about the learning. There were classes for hours every day, like really? Between there was lectures and classes that you went through, and you got a certification for completing them. It was incredible. Wow. The amount of knowledge that I was there for 5 weeks, and the amount of knowledge that I was able to learn and gain in that time was amazing. That's beautiful. Yeah. So just that our bodies can heal. Yeah. It can be a challenge to say, all right, I'm going to follow God, but then on the other side of things, I know that it's a challenge to not follow Him. Right. Right. That's even scarier for me. It is. Yes. Yeah. What is IV ozone? Okay, so IV ozone basically is where they will take blood from your body, and then they will infuse it with O3, which is ozone, and they mix it in, and that cleans, purifies your blood. Really? And then they put it back into your body. Oh my gosh. And so as it infuses back into your body, it cleans your blood and adds extra oxygen to your cells. So cool. Right? Yeah. I love this. Yeah, and it's something that's done at the wellness center. Oh, yeah, there you go. Right? So, so it's pretty amazing when you start to really understand the value of ozone and how healing ozone is for our bodies. Wow. That's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Yes. Yeah. So, okay, what's your go-to podcast topic? Sister friends, you and Angie, what's your go-to podcast favorite topic or episode that you two co-hosted together? Yeah, my favorite episode was the episode, it was early on, where we are just talking about our lives, what things, and figuring out as we're trying to let other people know who we are. Yeah. We learned so much about each other, and it's after all these years, how did I not know this about you? Or, who is this woman who's my sister friend who I am just learning this really important thing about? So I think that was probably my most fun episode with her. Sweet. Where we're just learning all the things. So it was actually 2 episodes. Okay. One episode was me asking her questions. Yeah. And the next episode was her asking me questions. Aww. And all of the things that we learned about each other. It was so much fun. Oh, that's really delightful. So so they can see, our viewers can see your podcast where? It's on, you can look on YouTube and find us at Sister Friends. Nice. Yeah. Fun. So how do you incorporate fun and joy into your daily routine? So, as I was saying, dancing around the house. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I do that every day. Yeah. Nice. Because there's always music on in my house. Right now, even if I'm not there, there's music playing. There's a radio that never goes off. Yes. Right? Yeah. So there's always uplifting music in my house. Wonderful. Because I like the idea of, even when I'm not there, I want uplifting, positive vibes going through my home. Sweet. Right? Yeah. So there's always uplifting, positive music in my home, and the energy that I feel from that. But it's so much fun just like come in and I dance around the house and I just have a good old time. But the other thing is talking to my mom. Oh my gosh. And my aunts and my uncles. Like they are so much fun. And they're the funniest group of people.
Ooh.
So they're all in their like late 70s and early 80s. Right? And they talk every morning at like sometime between 4 and 6. They're on the phone, like the party line, talking to one another. And,
oh my gosh.
And I'll call, I know, right? And I'll call in and I get all the updates on all the things that they're doing and they're saying. And oh my gosh, Vicki, that just brings me so much joy because I'm like, I mean, one, they're so blessed to have one another. There's so four of them, and so they're so blessed for that.
Yes.
But they are just a hoot. They're hilarious. So I have to like plug in with them.
Yes.
Yeah, every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the serious side of things, special reflections. Today is September 11th, which marks a day of remembrance. How do you personally reflect on September 11th?
Yeah, so I think as probably everybody who's old enough to remember remembers what you were doing when that happened.
What were you doing?
It was actually a day I didn't have to be at work until 12. So I was working at what's now, it was CUNY Mutual in Waverly at the time. So I was going in 12 to 8. I was watching the Today Show. And they were just saying like, a plane hit the Twin Towers. And I was watching as the second one came through. And I just remember just watching that TV screen and just being in shock and thinking that wasn't an accident.
No.
And it was, it's just one of those things where for me, it's prayer. Yeah. Prayer for the lives that were lost. Prayer for also those who were left, with the loss of their loved ones, but also the first responders who, with all of the debris and all of the toxins that were released into the air and the health issues that many of them are dealing with even now, especially now. So many health issues that those first responders are dealing with. And just remembering, like, not just today, but just periodically as you think of it, just praying for them and their families. And just the things that they still carry, as they serve so bravely. Yeah. And
no thought of themselves. Nothing.
Right.
Just, I'm going to help you.
Yeah. So even, like I said, even outside of today, just keeping them uplifted in prayer.
Yes. Yeah. So in times of national grief or hardship, how do you see health and wellness playing a role in healing and unity?
Yeah. So health and wellness is so important, Vicki. It is so important. Just to, just understanding how, when we're dealing with something, whether it's as a nation or individually, like knowing that we need to come together. There's a healing that needs to happen. We can't carry the weight by ourselves. No. We need one another. And just having a group of people that you can plug into, you can just really talk about what you're dealing with. And listen to others and being a support and getting the support. But just understanding too, when we're dealing with things that are tragic, traumatic, not forsaking the small things, like getting some fresh air. Sometimes it's really great.
Oh gosh, yes.
Go for a walk.
Pet
the dog a little more.
Yes, pet the puppy.
But just coming together and supporting one another.
Yes. Yeah. What message of hope or resilience would you like to share with listeners on this commemorative day?
I'd say the main thing is life gets really hard sometimes, but call on your higher power. For me, I'm a Christian. It's Jesus, it's God, it's the Holy Spirit. For you listening, whoever, whatever it is, call on that to help support you. And then also, like I said, calling on the friends and sister friends.
Sister friends.
Like with Angie, she was one of the first people to know of my diagnosis And having her to
Oh,
walk alongside me,
yes.
just knowing that there's always hope.
Yeah.
There's always healing.
Right.
And what we're going through today and maybe even tomorrow or the next day that may be heavy.
Yeah.
At some point it does lighten up.
Yes, yes.
It does. It may not go away, but the pain and the heaviness that you may be carrying today won't always be there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
Oh, just for everybody, just go out, make it a really great day.
Yeah.
Look at all the positive things. There are so many negative things that we can think about, but count the blessings.
Yes.
And you'll start to realize that there's so many more blessings than there are burdens.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
All
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Thank you for sharing this time with us.
Bye-bye.